It's Monday morning, and while most parents are just recovering from a weekend of chaos, my weekend was spent building. I didn't work crazy hours, I didn't burn out, I didn't touch my laptop after 5 p.m. on either day, and yet something got created, something got published, and something is now set up to potentially work for me while I'm at my day job. If you're a parent who thinks building a side income means sacrificing your evenings and your sanity, I want to show you a completely different approach. A real structured system designed specifically for parents who only have weekends. No mornings, no evenings, no weekdays. Just a focused 4-hour window across Saturday and Sunday, used the right way. This isn't about finding more time you don't have. It's about making the small amount of time you do have incredibly focused. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you're going to walk away with a clear executable system and a short list of income models that are actually designed for your life. Before we dive in, just a quick heads up. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Results vary based on effort, skill, market, and timing. Any income examples I share are illustrations, not guarantees. Do your own research before investing time or money into any strategy. Now, let's get into it. Let's be brutally honest. The hustle culture mentality, grind at all costs, sleep when you're dead, is completely incompatible with parenting. We're already running on empty. Our days are a whirlwind of school runs, meal prep, laundry, toddler negotiations, and actual full-time jobs. The thought of opening a laptop at 9 p.m. to build the dream feels less like an inspiring montage and more like a recipe for a breakdown. And yet, the desire doesn't go away, does it? That need for more financial breathing room. An income stream that isn't tied to one paycheck. A project that's yours. So we try. We try during nap times that get cut short. We push through after bedtime on stale coffee, only to feel wrecked the next morning. And eventually, many parents step back, not because they lacked drive, but because they were using the wrong strategy entirely. Here's what I want you to hear clearly. The problem isn't your lack of time. The problem is your approach, and a mismatched strategy will exhaust you every time, no matter how motivated you are. Now, here's something worth paying attention to. The cost of living across North America has shifted the conversation for a lot of families. Dual-income households are still feeling squeezed. The motivation to build something outside of a single paycheck has never been more relatable. But here's what has changed. The rise of artificial intelligence tools, digital products, and asynchronous income models has meaningfully expanded what's possible with limited time. You no longer need to be online at a specific hour to serve a customer. You no longer have to trade time for dollars every single transaction. The infrastructure for building income assets that can earn while you're offline, at your kid's game, or asleep is more accessible and affordable than it's ever been. The gap between "I have no time" and "I have a working income stack" has narrowed significantly. But that's only true if you pick the right models and build the right system around them. So let's talk about the mindset shift that makes all of this possible, and it starts with one belief that quietly derails a lot of parents. The idea that results are directly tied to the number of hours you work. We've been conditioned to believe you need 20, 30, even 40 hours a week to build something meaningful. For a parent, that's not just daunting, it's unrealistic. And trying to operate that way is often the fastest path to quitting. The foundation of this system is replacing more hours with high-impact hours, applying the 80-20 principle with ruthless focus. The goal is to identify and consistently execute the 20% of effort that tends to drive the majority of results. Your 4 weekend hours aren't just some time, they're your primary building time. And that scarcity isn't a weakness, it's a forcing function. It makes you choose. It makes you say no to the 99 things that don't matter and a hard yes to the one thing that does. Think of it as minimum viable progress. Instead of trying to build a cathedral in a weekend, your goal is to lay one solid brick. Consistent, focused bricks, week after week, can build something real over time. That's how you create momentum without burnout. The no evenings, weekdays off rule isn't a limitation, it's a protective boundary. It guards your family time, your rest, and your energy. It makes your work blocks focused because you know when time is up, it's up. That strict container is what makes 4 hours useful rather than scattered. Now let's look at exactly how the system works in practice. Two focused 2-hour blocks. One on Saturday, one on Sunday. 4 hours total. Simplicity is the point. Saturday is your creator block, and it's designed for deep work. This is when your weekend energy is typically at its peak. Not admin, not tweaking, making the thing. Here's how the 2 hours break down. The first hour is your strategy and one thing hour. Start with 10 minutes for a quick data check. Open your analytics, whether that's Etsy, YouTube, or your website, and spend 10 minutes reviewing what worked last week. What got traction? What drove a result? A quick pulse check only. Then spend the next 20 minutes declaring your one thing for this weekend, not 5 things. 1. I will write the full draft of one blog post, or I will design a new digital template, or I will script and outline one video. Write it down. Clarity matters more than motivation. Use the last 30 minutes to break that one thing into small, concrete steps. If you're writing a blog post, don't write intro, body, conclusion. Write 1. Write the hook. 2. Write the pain point paragraph. 3. Find 2 supporting examples. 4. Write section 1. A checklist with 0 ambiguity. Then the second hour is your deep work sprint. You have a clear plan, so for the next 60 minutes, execute. Set a timer, phone in another room. Every tab closed except what you need. Write the messy first draft. Record the rough audio. Create the first version. Don't edit while you create. Raw output is the goal. Quality control comes Sunday. And that brings us to Sunday, your amplifier block. Sunday is for polishing, packaging, and setting your work up to potentially earn for you beyond the weekend. Lower energy, equally important. The third hour is your polish and package hour. Spend the first 30 minutes editing and refining. Review what you created Saturday. Fix the typos. Trim the awkward sections. Clean up the design. Quality control mode, not creation mode. Then use the last 30 minutes to create supporting marketing assets. A great product nobody sees is just a well-kept secret. Design a few Pinterest pins in Canva. Create a thumbnail. Make a mock-up image for your shop listing. Give your work visibility. The fourth and final hour is your automate and prepare hour. Spend the first 45 minutes scheduling everything. This is where the leverage kicks in. Schedule the YouTube video. Cue the blog post. Set social posts to go out across the week. You're front-loading your marketing so your content continues reaching people while you're at work or with your family. Then use the last 15 minutes to tee up next weekend. Decide loosely what next Saturday's one thing will be, and open a blank document or Canva file with just a title. This single act eliminates the "what should I work on" paralysis that stalls so many people cold. If this system is resonating with you, go ahead and subscribe. We cover practical income stack systems right here on this channel. No hype, no shortcuts, just structured approaches for real people with real schedules. Now let's talk about what you're actually building inside this system, because a system without the right income model is just a productivity exercise. The key is choosing what I'd call async leverage income, where you build an asset once, and it can continue generating income after the initial work is done. Here are 3 models that tend to fit this kind of schedule well. These are starting points. Do your own research to see what fits your situation. The first income stream is digital products. Templates, guides, printables, Notion dashboards, mini courses, swipe files. You create them once. You can sell them repeatedly without fulfillment on your end. Here's how it fits the system. On Saturday, you design a 5-pack of printable budget trackers using a tool like Canva. On Sunday, you write the listing description, create mock-up images, and schedule promotional pins. Once the listing is live, the platform handles payment and delivery. That asset can earn while you're offline, though results will vary widely based on your niche, quality, and how you market it. Artificial intelligence tools have meaningfully reduced the time it takes to outline, draft, and format a digital product, but the work of testing, iterating, and marketing it is still real and ongoing. Speaking of digital products, if you've been thinking about building one but aren't sure where to start, there's a free resource in the description worth checking out. It's called the Build a Sellable Digital Product in 5 Days Challenge. One simple step per day, no large audience needed, no tech overwhelm. Just a clear path from idea to a finished, publishable product. Completely free. Link is in the description below. Now, back to the stack. The second income stream is niche affiliate marketing. This is the practice of earning a commission by recommending products and tools you genuinely use or have evaluated. You're not creating the product. You're creating helpful content that assists someone's decision. Here's how it fits the system. Your Saturday creator block is well suited for writing a detailed, honest review of a tool in your niche. You include your affiliate links. Sunday's Amplifier block is for editing, creating the social graphics, and scheduling it to publish. That post can surface in search results over time, though earnings depend heavily on traffic, niche competitiveness, and the quality of your content. There are no guarantees. And one important note, if you use affiliate links, always disclose that relationship clearly to your audience. It's both a legal requirement and the right thing to do. The third income stream is print on demand. You design products like t-shirts, mugs, or tote bags and upload them to a platform. When someone buys, the platform handles printing, packaging, and shipping. You hold zero inventory. Here's how it fits the system. Saturday is for brainstorming a niche and creating a few simple designs. Sunday is for uploading, writing product descriptions, and publishing the listings. The platform handles fulfillment. Building visibility for your shop takes time and consistent effort, but you're not tied to a shipping schedule or inventory risk. And here's where the real compounding potential comes in. These streams connect. Your affiliate post links to your own digital product. Your YouTube video promotes the digital product and has affiliate links in the description. Your email list hears about all three. They support each other, building a diversified income stack, constructed from focused 4-hour weekends over time. Before you go build this thing, let's quickly cover the 4 mistakes that stall people before they even get started. Mistake number 1 is doing too many things at once. Picking 5 income streams, 3 platforms, and 2 projects simultaneously means making little real progress on any of them. 1 stream, 1 weekend project. That's the rule. Mistake number 2 is waiting for a bigger window. I'll start when the kids are older, when things calm down. That window rarely appears on schedule. Parents who start with 2 imperfect hours on a Sunday morning are further along than parents waiting for perfect conditions because the imperfect version is the only one that actually exists. Mistake number 3 is choosing income models that require you to be live. Real-time tutoring, in-person services, live client calls. These are genuinely hard to protect when your schedule is unpredictable. Async, evergreen models tend to hold up better against a family calendar. Mistake number 4 is underestimating what you already know. You don't need to be the world's foremost authority. You need to have solved a problem that someone else is still facing. Parents have real experience, practical problem-solving skills, and knowledge that, packaged honestly and helpfully, can be genuinely useful to others. Here's a small reframe that might shift how you look at your weekends. Most people treat Saturday as recovery and Sunday as prep for Monday. Completely understandable. But one of the highest leverage things a parent can do is carve out even a few hours, not to grind, not to catch up on emails, but to run what I call a building session. Something that creates one small, permanent asset. Do that 40 weekends a year, and by the end of the year, you potentially have 40 published pieces of content, a digital product that's been live and tested, an affiliate post that's been indexed. That's not a side project you do for a season and quit. That's a stack. And a stack that you've built honestly with consistency can grow in ways a single sprint never could. Now let's talk about staying consistent over the long haul, because consistency is where most people fall short. Here are 3 pro tips that actually help. Tip number 1 is the shutdown complete ritual. At the end of your Sunday block, close your laptop and say, out loud or internally, shut down complete. This creates a real psychological boundary. No checking stats at 8 p.m., no one quick email after dinner. This ritual protects your evenings and prevents the slow burnout that ends most side projects prematurely. Tip number 2 is to match tasks to your energy. The schedule I've outlined is a template, not a prescription. If you're a morning person, protect 9 to 11 a.m. on Saturday for your creator block. If you naturally run later, shift accordingly. Forcing a high-focus creation task into a low-energy window costs you more time than it saves. Tip number 3 is one thing. Every weekend. One project per weekend, one outcome. A month from now, you won't have 3 half-built ideas gathering dust. You'll have 4 completed scheduled assets already working in the background. So here's the whole picture in one place. Shift from more hours to high-impact hours. Use the 4-hour system. Creator block on Saturday, Amplifier block on Sunday. Build with async leverage, digital products, affiliate content, or print on demand. Protect your energy with a shutdown complete ritual, and start with one stream, one project, one brick at a time. You don't have to choose between being a present parent and building toward greater financial flexibility. You don't have to run yourself into the ground. That feeling of constantly falling short isn't about you. It's about a model that was never designed for your life. The solution isn't more time. It's a smarter system for the time you already have. If you want to take your very first step this week, check out the free Build a Sellable Digital Product in 5 Days challenge in the description. 1 step per day, no tech overwhelm, no audience required. A clear path to your first real digital product, completely free. Link is right below this video, and before you go, I'd genuinely like to know, what's the single biggest thing holding you back from starting right now? Is it time? Not knowing what to create? Fear of putting yourself out there? Drop it in the comments. Let's actually talk about it. If this video gave you something useful, subscribe. This is what we do here at Income Stack Lab. Practical systems for real people with real schedules and real lives. A 4-hour weekend isn't a limitation. Used with intention, it's a consistent building window. Start with one layer. Build it for a month. Add the next. And trust that one solid brick, laid consistently, builds something that lasts. That's the stack. All links to tools and resources mentioned are in the description below. Some links may be affiliate links, meaning we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. That's what helps keep this lab running. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.